All right, the left continues to attack Senator Tommy Tuberville's stand, not only for life, but for the rule of law, making all sorts of extreme claims, false claims, many of them, while ignoring the simple truth. The situation can be resolved immediately, overnight, in one of two ways. Either the Senate can hold votes on each of these military promotions that are being held up, or the Biden administration can rescind its unilateral policy that forces taxpayers to fund the travel of servicewomen seeking to have an abortion, a policy that was never submitted to nor approved by Congress. Stop and think for just a moment. Do you really think the left is concerned about national security? Or is it their abortion agenda that's driving them? Well, here with me to discuss this and more is our very own retired Lieutenant General Jerry Boykin, who serves as FRC's Executive Vice President. General Boykin spent the last 4 years of his 36 and a half years in the military, serving as the Deputy Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence. He was also, as I mentioned earlier, one of the original members of the U.S. Army's Delta Force. General, welcome back to the program.
Thank you very much, Tony. I'm glad to be with you.
So yesterday on CNN's The Lead with Jake Tapper, the secretaries of the Army, Air Force, and Navy talked about the military holds. Presently, I think we're a little over 300, and that this is crippling the military. What do you make of these claims by these military secretaries?
Yeah, first of all, I talked to Senator Tuberville yesterday, and that man is a strong man, and he'll go the distance in this fight. But this is the biggest hypocrisy that I have seen coming out of the Department of Defense. Because where were these people that care so much about their soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines when they were putting over 8,000 of them out of the military because they wouldn't take a jab that was something that they objected to in many cases on religious grounds. And now we can see, because the president's wife has COVID, and she's been vaccinated twice and boosted twice, and she still has COVID. And this is hypocritical, very hypocritical about how much they care about the welfare of our young men and women that serve in this nation's military and their spouses and families. They didn't care about them when they were putting them out and not worrying about what their future was going to be, but they are concerned now with these senior officers not being able to get out of the military and go chase the $1 million that they will get for sitting on boards.
I want to play another clip from Secretary Del Toro, Navy Secretary. Play clip number 2.
And I would argue that Tommy Tuberville, what he's actually doing is he's playing Russian roulette with the very lives of our service members by denying them the opportunity to actually have the most experienced combat leaders in those positions to lead them in times of peace and in times of combat.
Your response, General.
Well, the guy just told me that our military has not been ready. We haven't had the very best that we could put into the jobs that they're trying to fill now. So what is it? This guy, he's either not very smart or he thinks that we're not very smart. But what he just said was our military is not ready. And the fact of the matter is, they would never say that to the public were it not for a situation like this where they're trying to gain an advantage to be able to do something that is illegal and unconstitutional to begin with.
You know, it's interesting, the selective amnesia that the media has on this topic, because they're running around talking about how this is historic and how basically Senator Tuberville is single-handedly taking our military hostage. And the media does a report that many Democrats through history have held up military promotions. In fact, during the Trump administration, Democratic Senator Tammy Duckworth, she put a hold on over 1,100 military promotions. We're talking about 300 that have been held up. This has been done before. This is a part of our process in the United States Senate.
That's correct, and it has been done before. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. And what we also need to realize is that they're putting people into these positions that are being vacated because most of these people are going to retire, the ones that are leaving this role. But they need to recognize that these people that are coming into these jobs are in most cases no better than the people that are leaving those jobs. And they don't have to put these people that are on this list in these jobs until they can sort this stuff out. And if they say to us one more time, this is hurting our readiness, then as far as I'm concerned, the administration and the Armed Services Committees should be taking a really close look at why our readiness is being hurt by leaving someone in a job who has been there, has been commanding, and we would presume successfully. And now all of a sudden, because they've got something on their agenda that they want to accomplish, we're hurting readiness. That is simply not the truth.
It seems like they would be more qualified having been in that position for a while. Let's talk very quickly. We've got 2 minutes left on the resolution to this. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs, that position, the current occupant, expires the end of this month, and Air Force General Brown as the pick. The Democrats are afraid to move forward with him. They could do it. They could put his nomination on the floor and they could vote for him. That can be done. But they're afraid to set a precedent because then it would pull back the curtain and show the American people they actually could approve all of these promotions if they simply took the time and voted for them on the floor.
That's right. It's a political thing. And I think, as you said earlier, and it's coming right during an election year, and that we're building up to an election next year. And this is a political ploy, is all this is. And I tell you that if they think that Senator Tuberville is going to back away from this thing now and give them what they want, he is not, I can assure you.
Well, we're going to continue to stand with him because he's standing for the rule of law and he's standing for the unborn. General Jerry Boykin, always great to see you. Thanks so much for coming on today.
Thank you.